Hello Virgo, this is not legal advice. I am your host TINLA, and this is your weekly reading for the week of July 27, 2026, or whenever this happens to find you. I am going to go ahead and pull from my, what is it called? The Edward Gorey's Fantod pack for you to get a sense of what, Spirit might have to say this week. And I got 3 cards, which is the first time this has happened here. So we've got the insects, the ancestor, and the plant. And these might have some keywords for you in this coming week that might be important. So let's take a look. Oh, look, I opened right up to the insects. Thursday, folia de, green sickness, senseless talk, loss of vitality, an accident in a field, false hopes, spasms, a refusal, insincere love, blisters, disagreeable news, and threats. Okay, let's see what else is shaken. The plant. July. Hey, here we are. Tics, smegdual indecision, impetigo or impetigo, loss of intellect, misplaced confidence, writhing sickness, loose ends, palsy, assailed credit, dissolution, scandal, and worms. And again, it's a very odd deck, very interesting deck that Spirit told me to pick, so that's what I'm doing. And there is the insects. Okay, Thursday. That's where I said. The ancestor is what we need. The ancestor. The ancestor. Where are you, the ancestor? I just saw the words North Dakota, so maybe that means something to you. All right, the ancestor. Oh my goodness. Maybe you're having a hard time letting go of some ancestors or getting in touch with some ancestors or understanding something about your past. April. Hereditary weakness. And by the way, we're doing Virgo here. So April would be, if we were talking April, it would be Pisces and Aries. So maybe something happened in April, or you know somebody who's a Pisces or an Aries this might relate to. Hereditary weakness, thrush, loss of money, a false statement, morbid dependency, staggering sickness, champer tree, megrims, which I don't even know what that means, and I've got quite an extensive vocabulary, paranoia, an overdose, imprisonment, unstable furniture. Unstable furniture. That makes me think of the, oh gosh, what was that movie? The Backrooms. Anyway, do what you will with that. So maybe some of those keywords mean something to you that I don't quite understand. Maybe you do, but keep those in mind. Let's find out more about what Spirit has for you this week, Virgo. This very, very odd week. We have Saturn that's gone retrograde just yesterday. We have the full moon in Aquarius coming up. There's just all manner of craziness going on. We came out of Mercury retrograde. Anyway, that's Tower. Okay, big changes. Let's find out what that's about. What's the big change here? 9 of Swords. Okay. Some more, please, Spirit. Thank you. 4 of Swords. And I feel like I need to get really one more to get a sense of what is going on this week with you, because I have a sense, but I need one more to really get like a clear idea. Words. I swear to God. All right. 2 of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to scooch some of these over to make room on the camera. The camera. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, this is my neuroses here, needing to make everything even. Ugh, and it's still not right. Okay, whatever, Knight of Pentacles. And there we go, bottom of the deck I feel I need to read, which is Judgment. See, look, maybe you're judging me for being so crazy about having everything straightened out, although I doubt that because y'all are Virgos, and you probably are sitting there like, it's not straight over here, TINLA. I understand. Thank you so much for pointing that out. I'm trying so hard. Oh, I hate the camera setup. Okay. So, this week, my dears, you have a really big change in your thought process. You have been so much stuck in your head, and you're coming into a period of rest. So what I'm actually feeling here is you might have a vacation lined up, which I know is strange for you, Virgo. Maybe you were forced to take a vacation because of a medical condition, or somebody in your family was like, if we don't take a vacation, I'm yeeting you out the window. You're being forced into a sense of relaxation. And it could also be, like I said, a medical condition where you have no choice but to take time off. I'm almost feeling like, almost like a woman who is pregnant that needs to take bed rest kind of thing. Or it's something along those lines where you just don't have much of a choice. The doctor's like, if you don't lay down, we're going to strap you down. Okay? Stop it. And you're over here like, you really do want things in balance. You really, really do. It's not that you don't. It's just you feel like you have to carry the burdens of the world. I mean, look at this. This woman here, she's carrying a baby. She's got this whole basket of fruits and whatnot on her head. And she's muscling through, the water here. This is a woman who is carrying everything in the world, the weight of the world on her shoulders, and has her head up and is confidently moving forward. And I feel like that's who you've been for so long. So long, Virgo. You have just been absolutely carrying everything. Excuse me, for everybody. And it's almost like you're waiting for your knight in shining armor. You're waiting for somebody to come in at some level. Like, you would never admit this. I know you're going to be like, that's not true, TINLA. Okay, but like deep in your core, you know I'm right. You wish to God that there were somebody who could come in and be as competent as you are. That you could actually hand a task off to this person and know that it was going to be done as well as you would do it. Tell me I'm wrong. If you're going to do that, tell me in the comments because I want to hear it. I want to read it. Okay? But I know I'm not wrong here. You want this person to come forward and show you that you don't have to be alone. They got this. You can lay back, you can relax, and get out of your head about it. So for some of you, there's somebody coming in that actually is this person for you, that actually is able to do those things for you, to be the person you need, that can show you that they've got this, that they are just as capable and competent as you are. I'm okay, maybe like slightly less, but good enough, okay? This person is ready to show you, I've got this. I can handle it. And it may already be, by the way, it could be an existing partner you have. Like, not every reading is about like somebody new, somebody different, somebody you're apart from. This might be your partner, your existing partner, if you express your feelings. But somebody who really loves you is going to see your need for a break, see your need to get out of your head and how stressed out you are. Because I'm getting you're so stressed out and you need a change. You need a change. And I mean, again, you're holding your head up. You don't look like you need a change, but this person knows you well and knows you need a change. And that the Judgment card here, everything is under scrutiny. And I feel like this person knows it. And I also feel like the person in your life, and I'm really getting this might be a reading for somebody who is in a committed relationship. You're underselling this person. This person is not seeing the depth of your despair because you're hiding it so well. They're not seeing the stress that you're under because you are so bold in carrying it. They don't know how close you are to collapse because you are so good at what you do. But they're ready to be your hero. They love you. I'm here to tell you, Virgo, this person in your life loves you. I'm getting very strongly that this is a person you're in a committed relationship with. Now, there could be some of you watching that you're not, and maybe this is someone new that's coming in that is willing to show you these things, that can see you for who you are, that is like in astonishment and in awe of how amazing you are. That's entirely possible. But the primary viewer I'm talking to right now is a Virgo who's in a committed relationship. And if this reading is not for you, that's okay. There's like 100 more that I'm sure I've done, something close to that, okay? Like, take a look at those. Not every reading's for everybody, okay? But I'm just feeling there's like a new life being breathed into this relationship, into this serious situation that you've got going on, where you're going to feel rejuvenated, revitalized. Your faith in this relationship is going to be reborn, in a sense. And with, like I said, it's a little bit of an odd week for me. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I just felt like drawn to these kind of odd cards. And the Judgment card is normally the number 20 card, but here it's 21, which is the World. So it's almost like there's an ending coming where you are pushed to your limit, where Spirit's kind of saying, you can't do this anymore. I appreciate your efforts, but at some point, you're going to have to let some things go. And let go and let God. You know, let go and let other people help. Okay? And it's going to create a rebirth in you. Like a beautiful rebirth where I'm getting you can get more of a balance. And I'd be curious to see what's underneath here, because I did see the Two of Wands come up. I've seen the Two of Pentacles come up. Let's take a look. Eight of Swords. Be careful. Because the thing standing in your way this week is you in your own head. It's you saying, oh, but nobody can do this as well as I can. If I don't step in, everything's going to fall apart. If I don't handle it this way, everything's going to go to a mess. The world does not revolve around you, my loves. I know it's hard to believe, but it does not. Okay? Other people can handle things. You've planted the firm roots. These people can handle it. It may not be exactly the way you want it to be. All right? But it is what it is, and it's going to be okay. Show me a challenge that my Virgos may have outside of being stuck in their heads and worrying that everybody else around them is going to just ruin everything they built in their lives. Boy, Virgo, you are just in a sassy way. And I love you to death. I do. Really. And I get where you're coming from in a lot of ways. But you're like freaking yourself out here. Maybe you suffer with anxiety. I don't know. Speak to a doctor if you need to. The Hermit. Look, that's Virgo energy. The Virgo's gonna Virgo, right? That is the challenge here. You're gonna sequester yourself away. You're gonna have all these thoughts and concerns, and nothing's ever gonna be right, and nothing's ever gonna get done if I don't do it. Like, you are absolutely in that circular thought pattern. I'm alone. Only I can handle this. And I just feel like very strongly Spirit's saying, stop that. You're going to push people away. You're going to burn yourself out. You need to take a rest. All right. So show me an advantage. Show me something that is in Virgo's favor here, please. Since we're being so negative here. Negative Nelly, negative Nancy. Okay. I just feel like I'm pushing my Virgos away. Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you're pushing other people away, Virgo. Like, you have so much love to give, and it's like you are not willing to give it because the person that you're thinking of is not, in your mind, giving equally. And to them, they're pouring everything out to you, but you're not seeing that. So the advantage is you being here right now and hearing me and hearing Spirit say this. This person loves you. Loves you. Ace of Cups. Willing to pour out everything for you. Deeply, deeply cares about you. Wants you to be happy. Don't reject them. Don't reject their efforts. They really want to do their best to try and make you happy. Queen of Pentacles. You know, that will allow you, like, you've already got it all. You've got it all on lock. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows how capable and competent you are. Everybody's just in astonishment of what you've pulled yourself through and how far you've come. Everybody knows, especially your partner. And what they would love to see is you being able to be a little bit softer, a little bit more at peace, because you're not so frantic and worried about what's going to happen if something happens to me, if I don't handle this, what's going to happen. Like, take a rest. This person wants to see you. Take a rest and trust and believe that they've got this so you can live your best, happiest life at peace, in commune with nature, you know, where you can really just embrace that aspect of yourself that maybe you've shuttered away. What is the action, Spirit, that you would recommend for my Virgos? Thank you. The Four of Wands. Celebrate. Celebrate the positivity in your life. The stability of your home. The love of your partner. I told you this was a reading that is meant more for those in a committed relationship. Maybe you're married, maybe not married, but you're in a long-term committed relationship. This is somebody, like, seeing that person the way you saw them somewhere along the line, whether it was when you first met or there was a moment of clarity you had 3, 6, 8, 10 months into the relationship, at your wedding day, at an anniversary, where you just really saw this person and thought, this is my person. This person gets me. This person's going to care for me and take care of me. You lost that somewhere along the way. Virgo, And this week is a really great opportunity for you to look back and remember this is the person you fell in love with, the person you believed would take care of you. And they're here to tell you, yes. What would the person on Virgo's mind, the person I'm talking about here, what would they say to Virgo if they were here and open about what they wanted to say? What would they say to Virgo, please, Spirit? Thank you. Knight of Cups, look. They know you've been through some tough times. Let me put this to the side here. They know you've been through some tough times. This bloom of this rose, you know, they feel like they're a little worried themselves. Like maybe this beauty, this glory, this happiness has floated away, has gone away, is leaving. But they are here. They're still here. That's what they want to say. They're still here. They're still holding this bloom. They're still holding this love for you. They're still willing to offer you that love. But they're a little scared themselves. Is Virgo going to push me away? Is Virgo going to tell me I'm not doing it right? I'm not doing it the way they would want to do it? What are you going to do, Virgo? They're a little worried about that. They're all up in their feels. And they're ready to tell you how much they love you. And on the bottom of the deck right there is Temperance. Okay? It's urging you. Spirit is urging you to be patient with this person. To be patient with yourself. To give yourself a break. To allow emotion to come back into your life. To allow that vulnerability that you had before. To let this person in your life show you how much they care. What's the outcome, Spirit, if Virgo actually listens? What should be nice? Virgo, okay, I know you know everything and you know it's all right. You have the best way. I know, okay? But maybe if you listen, look, there's an offer. Something dug up from the ground. Something that you didn't believe could be there. That maybe you thought was lost. It's not lost. It's a rebirth. This person is giving you again what you saw in them in the beginning. This sturdy, stable, competent person that could really just encourage you and support you and make your life better. It's still there. That person's still there and they're offering that to you. Give me a couple more on the outcome if Virgo were to listen to this reading and follow it. Four of Pentacles. They never let you go. They locked up maybe part of themselves because they were scared of you. Honestly, Virgo, you can be a little intimidating to this person. And so they've been a little scared to show you their feelings right now. And maybe they'll start to open that up. The point is, they still have feelings for you. They're there. They may be in a box right now. They may be locked up. But they still have feelings for you. They still love you very dearly. Very, very dearly. What else, Spirit? What else, please? Look, Seven of Wands. Oh, we got a bunch of cards here. Seven of Wands, their guard is up. 10 of Wands, they're waiting for the boom to come in. They're thinking that you're happier without them. But they're not happier without you. They see a future with you. They want a future with you. And they're wondering, do you still see me that way? Do you still respect me? Do you still love me? Are you going to come down on me? Are you going to push me away if I come in and show you how much I love you and I want to give you these things? It is a very deep reading, Virgo, and I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. Look, Page of Pentacles, that's my confirmation card, okay? It's telling me specifically everything that has come out here is speaking to you, and I know it is. If you're seeing this, it's meant for you. It's telling you to soften up and give this person a chance because you loved them once for who they are, and you will love them again, but you got to give them a chance. And if you don't, you're going to push them away, and they are terrified of that. All they want is a future of you, with you, excuse me, and they see you as like not even wanting them or needing them in any way. And maybe you don't need them. Listen, I'm all about sisters are doing it for themselves, like on your own, be you, okay? Stand up on your own 2 feet. I'm here for that. I agree with that. But they're seeing you like, this person really doesn't want me. You know, this person doesn't need me, doesn't want me. Why am I even here? That's the vibe you're giving your partner. And they're trying so hard. They're trying to learn exactly what they can do to make you happy. They thought they knew once. They really did. They thought they knew once. And maybe you thought they knew once too. But something, time has gotten in the way. And unfortunately has put this rift between you. But I don't think it's unhealable. And this week I'm hearing Spirit say, this is your chance. Like, hear me. I'm getting so strongly from Spirit. Hear me. You are in charge. You, Virgo, can do something about this. All right, let me get a card from my Postcards from Liminal Space for some guidance. Spirit, give me some guidance for Virgo. Not normal. Breaking news. Okay? And I'm also getting the Dark Night of the Soul on the bottom. So let's take a look at those. Not normal. Not normal. Okay, page 18. History tells a long and violent tale of normalized horror in all films, and this period of history will be no different. Normalcy alludes to mass participation rather than individual well-being. So trust what you can and cannot live with. Be brave for those that came after you in acknowledging what is acceptable. You cannot change what has happened, but you can make sure it doesn't happen again. Again, that to me speaks of rebirth, of not getting caught up in some of the judgments that you've made in the recent past about this person. And maybe they've messed up. Maybe they haven't met your expectations. And you're seeing that as a failure as for them as a person, or a failure of their love for you. Page 5, the Dark Night of the Soul. Often presenting as depression, this treacherous time spent in the void is both your undoing and your becoming. This is the killing room floor of the false self, and while you have lost a lot of blood, you are not in real danger unless you put yourself in it. Imagine the final breath of the caterpillar cocooning in anticipation of death and instead finding itself reborn. Aid yourself in this inevitable transformation. Sleep, hydrate, and try not to panic. All you have to do is make it through the night. And so I'm not saying that everything we've talked about here today, Virgo, is going to be easy, or let's just say easy, okay, for you to do or to grapple with. 222 on the clock. All right. So look that up, maybe 2222. But it speaks to me of an equal, like a balancing of these emotions and a balancing within themselves. A balance, like balanced partners on each side, balancing the relationship. I think it's possible. I mean, not to get too woo-woo and optimistic about it, but I really think it's possible for you, Virgo. And this is your week. Get the thing, do the stuff. Much love. Tell me about it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you next week. Bye.